Alright, so here we go. The challenge is this: to make a stairway that goes from the ground up. And we're going to be using the curved staircase. Now, any one of these will work. You know, it's just the simple fact that we want to make it as challenging as possible. So the curved staircase is a good thing to start out with. So right click on it and let's do some math, shall we? Now, there's not really a whole lot of math. It's just, you know, how do you judge from all the way down to the ground up? Okay. The first thing you do is lower your grid space as low as you can get it and still have it make sense. In other words, right here, I could still see that these are technically snapped to something. And if I go up one more, I now have the building resting on this cube. All right, now here's what I would do. First off, let's get it as big as we can. Right about there. And let's grab all this huge hot mess, shall we? Holding control here. Making sure I got everything. So I got this surface. So I'm going to jump into this view right here. There we go. I think I got everything. Let's move it and see what. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to this view. And then I'm going to get rid of my actual static meshes. There we go. Okay, continuing to grab a hold of these and make sure all they're highlighted. Yeah, good. All right, now we're going to move this up. Missing one more. That one. Okay, good. So let's move it up. And you can see I can't really go up and still have that bottom one snap. So I'm going to increase the width, or decrease it actually. Okay, then increase it. So it needs to go down one minute square. There we go. So by doing this, you can see I have made it so it fits on the biggest square. And why is that important? Well, that allows me to do a little bit better calculation from the ground up, because now it's resting on the biggest grid. So from here, the bottom of this doorway down below is actually 1024. How do I know that? Because this is a 512 square. See? And this is a 512 square. So I'd rather move it than try to do math. Okay, now how many steps are there? And I'm going to guess at this. I'm going to try to be really good about guessing. I'm going to say it's probably within the power of 2. And I'm going to guess that it's maybe 64. So I think I tried this before, but the building was just technically not there because I hadn't moved it perfectly. So now I'm going to try an inner radius of 240, a step height of 16, and that will make it so he can run up it, a step width, and I'm not quite sure what that's going to be, but let's try to find out. What I want is a stairway that will fit between here. And now right now it's 32 increments. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. $320. We're going to try it. 320. And let's see what happens. Let's build one of those and then move it over so it'll actually be in the position where I need it to be. So we're going to go back to lit. Take the staircase, move it down. This is going to require all my views. So go to view, 2x2 split. Again, I don't like really how this works as far as the layout. Front side, top, front side. There we go. This one I'm going to go back to lit. Just wheel mousing out here. I'm going to show my static meshes. Sometimes I'll just hit reset to default. And the hardest thing about positioning this is getting everything lined up as far as your views are concerned. So this should now fit on the ground. Okay. It also comes in contact here quite well. And in fact, since it's 32, the only bad thing is he will have to jump up one to get into the actual building. So let's kind of take a look at that to see if that's true. If not, I can always bring this down one. We'll try it out first. All right, let's go ahead and build that. And let's now go ahead and play it. Now I'm not going to build the lights. I'm just going to right click and say play from here. A lot of times when I'm blocking out a scene, I don't really care about lights. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. So definitely not going to be shooting any weapon going up it, that's for sure. All right, and wow. So let me move it over just a little bit. Again, I'm just going to right click on this one, right click over here and say go to actor. There we go. Now the staircase is already made. I'm going to move that out of the way. This is what I want to move. Okay, can't get to really snap, so what I'm going to do is increase the grid space a little bit. Okay, then lower it again, and then play it again. Again, rebuild your geometry, and play from here. All right, there we go. That looks kind of cool. Oh, I love the sun right there too. Okay. Aha, so he has to jump up one. So what can we do in this area? Very easy. As I said before, we have that little entryway. This one. And what I want to do here is go into the edit of it. Increase my value of the grid. I'm going to try to increase it to 16. That will make it so I can snap this down. And then go ahead and rebuild the geometry. And again, play from here. Okay. And there we go. I'm now in the building. Perfect. So that is how you do the whole math calculation thing. Make sure it's in the power of 2. The number of steps, I just kind of guessed that it's going to be in the power of 2, but it certainly was. And it turned out quite well. All right. Let's move on to the next video.